Hi Christown, it's Carol, and I'm here today to talk about human trafficking. I've been in the anti-trafficking space for a long time. I've worked at the International Justice Mission as a volunteer. I worked on the National Human Trafficking Hotline, speaking with survivors and victims who are currently trapped in their situation. And now I work with the Human Trafficking Institute. One thing that I do now is I work with a team of lawyers, and what they do is they comb through every trafficking case that goes through our federal court system every single year. They produce that information in a report called the Federal Human Trafficking Report. You can find that on our website at HTI or traffickinginstitute.org. And what it shows you is what trafficking in your state looks like. And what we see more times than not, I'd say 90% of the time, is that victims know their traffickers through a previous relationship, whether that be a romantic relationship, a friend, a family member, or an employer. Traffickers will target vulnerable people who do not have a good support system. That is the number one thing that is important to know about traffickers, is they are smart and they will target the vulnerable. One thing that we see is that traffickers will also target minors online and establish a line of trust with them, a line of open communication. Get them to trust them, then meet them in person, and then that child will then be trafficked. We also saw for our first time ever a case of trafficking that happened over a P2P or a peer-to-peer chat room on a video game because the child was playing with a trafficker and didn't know it. So the number one thing that I can tell you to keep your kids safe from traffickers is keep an open line of communication with them. Let them know that they are loved and supported and can ask you questions at any time. Number two, I can highly encourage you to teach your kids proper social media etiquette. We are trusting our kids with the world at their fingertips when we give them a cell phone. Teach them about privacy settings. Teach them about making sure that you actually know who you're talking to, that people can pose as whoever they want to be online, and that people really can remain anonymous online. Make sure that they understand the difference between a DM, and just make sure that they know what they're doing. Know what platforms your kids are on social media, and just make sure that you're talking to them about how to stay safe on there. Some signs that you can be looking for that should lead you to be cautious is if they're increasingly isolated, whether it be from friends or family, and hostile towards them. If you're also noticing that they're spending increased time online, or if they're receiving expensive gifts from an anonymous source. Sometimes traffickers will try and win a minor's trust by sending them expensive things like a new phone or expensive jewelry or clothing. But the number one thing that I can tell you to keep your kids safe from traffickers is keep an open line of communication with them. Let them know that you're someone that's safe to talk with and ask questions with. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.